Hello, and welcome to Nuts About Baseball, a podcast that will entertain you with discussions involving everything baseball. I'm your host, Joe Grimme, and I appreciate you joining me. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as I share my passion for the sport we call America's pastime. Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Nuts About Baseball. I am your host, Joe Grimme, and it is June 22, 2026, and it is time for your Monday Morning Mop-Up, during which I will talk about the Cincinnati Reds and the previous week that they had, as well as a few players that are hot, some players that are not, the team overall, and then what you have to look forward to this upcoming week. First, let me say this. Thank you to all the listeners that continue to listen to my episodes. Today, as you know, I will be giving you information as to how you can have a chance to win 4 free Reds tickets to the July 3rd ball game against the Baltimore Orioles. Great seats, section 129, right behind the Reds dugout, row T. So stay tuned, listen to this. It's going to be short and sweet. I will let you know later how you can have a chance to win those tickets. All right, let's get into it. The Reds, their overall record is 37-39. They are still in last place in the National League Central Division. They are 9.5 games back of the Milwaukee Brewers, and they are 2.5 games out of the wild card spot. The Reds are 5-5 in their last 10 games, but on a positive note, they did go 4-2 this past week. They played the Mets and they played the Yankees, and they looked pretty decent. Let's start out with Monday. The Reds beat the Mets 12-0. J.J. Bleday had 4 RBIs. Eugenio Suarez had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Chase Burns continued to be Chase Burns. 5 innings, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts. Move on to Tuesday. The Reds won again. They beat the Mets 5-3. Sal Stewart had a home run and 4 RBIs. And Brady Singer had a nice outing. He threw 5 innings, only giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 5 strikeouts. On Wednesday, the Reds fail to complete the sweep. They lose to the Mets 9-1. The Reds hitters struck out 9 times, and Nick Lodolo got rocked 4 2/3 innings, giving up 11 hits and 7 earned runs. On Thursday, the Reds were off. They traveled to New York to play the Yankees. On Friday, the Reds got schooled. They faced Cam Schlittler, who is an outstanding young pitcher. They lost 5-0. Our hitters struck out 17 times. It was embarrassing. Rhett Lauder had a nice outing, actually. 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. On Saturday, the Reds came back. It was like a different team. They beat the Yankees 10-2. Sal Stewart had 6 RBIs. Spencer Steer added a home run and 3 RBIs. Andrew Abbott continued to play well. He had 5 innings, 5 hits, and 6 strikeouts. In finale on Sunday, the Reds beat the Yankees 4-1. Tyler Stevenson, who, as you know, has struggled all season long, had a 3-run home run to lead the Reds. And Chase Burns, again, an outstanding performance, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, and 7 strikeouts. This is an interesting statistic. Since the new Yankee Stadium opened in 2009, the Reds are 10-8 against the Yankees. They have won every series, taking 2 of 3 in 3 of those series and sweeping in 2023. Why they do this against the Yankees in New York and they can't do it against other teams that are not as good as the Yankees, I have no idea. Okay, let's talk about who's hot. The last 7 days. Blake Dunn, he has 8 hits. He's hitting .400, but he has no RBIs. Sal Stewart, he has 7 hits, which is a .304 batting average. He has collected 11 RBIs the past week. And Edwin Arroyo has 6 hits, hitting .273 the past week, but he also has no RBIs. So clearly, Dunn and Arroyo, they're getting on base, but nobody's knocking them in. Who is not hot? Well, even though Suarez had a big game this past week overall, he hit .150 and he struck out 12 times. Spencer Steer, he hit 130 over the past week, and he struck out 10 times. And Matt McLean hit 133 over the past week. He had 9 strikeouts. Let's talk about the starting pitching. It has done fairly well this year, and it continues to improve with one exception. And let's go through each of our starters. Let's talk about their last 3 starts. Chase Burns, just ridiculous. 2-0, 1.76 ERA, 21 strikeouts. If this guy doesn't make the All-Star team, it'll be an absolute travesty. Andrew Abbott continues to pitch the way that he did last year. In his last 3 starts, he's 1-1 with a 2.81 ERA, and he has struck out 17 batters. Rhett Lauder, he continues to do well. He is 0-1 in his last 3 starts. His ERA is a very respectable 3.21, and he has struck out 15 batters. Brady Singer, he's proven me wrong during his last 3 starts, which is good because I have really been on him all season. But in his last 3 starts, he's 1-1 with a 2.40 ERA and 16 strikeouts. The bad news, Nick Lodolo. He has not pitched well his last 3 starts. Quite frankly, he's not pitched well all season. He is 0-1, 6.60 ERA, and only 10 strikeouts in his last 3 starts. In 2 of those games, one of them, he gave up 11 hits. The other one, he gave up 10 hits. So, out of 5 starters, 4 I think are looking pretty good, which I'll take any day of the year. We'll see what happens when Hunter Green comes back. And when that happens, I would imagine that Nick Lodolo at this point is the odd man out. Maybe he goes into a long reliever role. Who knows? We just have to wait and see. The bullpen, it has not been good, and it continues to be ugly. They have a 4.81 ERA, which is second worst in the National League. The bullpen's whip, 1.52. That is worst in the National League. The bullpen has given up the most walks in the National League, and they have given up the 3rd most home runs in the National League. How you fix it, I have no idea. I'm not going to even try to figure it out. Let's just hope somehow that it improves and we can put it together to complete a good pitching staff from top to bottom moving forward.
Moto Federation is a DIY communal workspace and social lounge. We provide the tools, facility, and supplies for you to work on your own motorcycle. Beyond the workshop, we have a social lounge where members can meet to exchange ideas, share knowledge, attend workshops, and view product demonstration. We are a rider's facility dedicated to learning, teaching, and repairing and restoring motorcycles. We embrace all forms of motorcycling, from scooters to trikes and everything in between. Learn more at motofed.com.
Now, I'm going to tell you what you can do to have a chance to win these 4 free Reds tickets. I started a YouTube channel. I have uploaded all of my audio podcasts on that channel. All I need you to do is go to YouTube, make sure that your profile is public, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All you do is go to YouTube and search Nuts About Baseball. It'll come up, hit subscribe, and make sure your profile is public so that I know who you are, and I will draw a name out of a hat to see who wins these tickets. So go do it after you finish listening to this. I appreciate your loyalty. I am going to hopefully start doing some video podcasts because everybody says that's helpful to gain more listeners. I don't know. I'm just a dumb lawyer doing this for fun, but I'm going to try to do something different and spice it up a bit. All right. So what do you have to look forward to this week? I'm not sure I look forward to it, but I hope we see some good baseball because we've got 2 opponents that I'm scared of, quite frankly. First, starting tonight at Great American Ballpark, the Milwaukee Brewers come to town. It's the first meeting between the Reds and the Brewers this year. All 3 games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, will start at 7:10 p.m. The Brewers are 46-29, which is first place in the National League Central. They have a plus 119 differential compared to the Reds minus 46. Staggering. The Brewers are 21-14 on the road, and they're 5-5 in their last 10. Scary is the fact that their team batting average is 256. That is third in the National League. I will note that they are last in the National League in home runs. That is a positive thing to think about. Team ERA for the Brewers, 3.45. That's second in the National League, and they are also second in the National League in WHIP. They lead the National League in strikeouts as a pitching staff, and opponents' batting average is 223, which is second best in the National League. We probably are going to see a youngster by the name of Jacob Misiorowski. If you haven't seen this kid throw, make sure you tune in. I think he may throw tomorrow night, Tuesday, but regardless, stay tuned and try to see some of that game because he is phenomenal. He is 8-3 this season with a 1.45 ERA. He has 138 strikeouts in 93 innings. That's 13.35 strikeouts per 9 innings. Absolutely ridiculous. He clips over 100 miles an hour numerous times a game. While I don't want to see him strike the Reds out 15 times, it's very possible that he will. All right. After the Brewers come to town, we hit the road on Thursday. We head up to Pittsburgh, and we will play the Pirates for a 3-game series. On Friday, it's a 6:40 start. Saturday is a 4:05 start. And Sunday, it's a 1:35 start. The Pirates are 39-39, just one spot above the Reds in the National League Central in fourth place. They are 4-6 in their last 10 games. Unfortunately, the Reds are 1-5 against the Pirates this year. I don't know why we can't beat them, but we can't figure it out. Let's hope the tables are turned when we head to PNC Park. Of those 6 games against the Pirates this year, we have failed to score more than 3 runs in 5 of them. Unfortunately for the Reds, I think we're going to face Paul Skeens when we go up to Pittsburgh. Another guy who is just phenomenal and fun to watch. He is 6-7 on the year. Don't let that record fool you because the Pirates haven't played that well behind him. He has a 2.86 ERA, 107 strikeouts in 88 innings, and that is 10.94 strikeouts per 9 innings. So we just saw Cam Schlittler up in New York who embarrassed the Reds with his strikeout performance. Now we're going to face Misiorowski and Skeens all within a span of 10 days. Frightening, but hey, it's baseball. You got to beat the best to be the best, and I'm excited to see what the Reds can do this week against 2 National League Central foes. This is a huge week. I think we have a chance to sink, swim, or tread water. While I want us to swim, I'm afraid we're going to just tread water. Let's be honest. I don't think we're going to beat Misiorowski. I don't think we're going to beat Skeens. That's 2 games out of the 6. If we take the other 4, I will be absolutely thrilled. If we go 3-3, I guess I'll take that too because that's treading water, and that seems to be what the Reds are doing so far this season. We still have a lot of baseball left. Continue to hang in there. Don't freak out. Support the Cincinnati Reds. Hey, don't forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe if you want a chance to win these Reds tickets. I really want to see that number increase. It's brand new. I'm having a blast. I appreciate your loyalty. Enjoy your week. Have fun watching the games. Go Reds. Until next time, I am Joe Grimme, and I am nuts about baseball.